Beats Planet.
Yo, thanks for being here. Thanks for coming through. Put your mask on so we can have football on time, you heard? Listen, man. Listen, man. I was taking a walk the other day. Actually, a little bit ago, like 25 minutes ago. I was just outside going on my workout because I'm trying to get in shape, stay in shape. Smoke Big Game James. You know what I'm saying? Because he, you know what I'm saying? He was, talking a little spicy, you know what I mean? So Voch was just outside getting his little workout in. And I tuned into Brother Law Nation's not film session, but his live stream or whatever. He kind of went live to talk about the Dak thing. I was going to wait a little bit. But, boy, man, the responses made me feel some kind of way. You know what I mean? And when I feel some kind of way, I just want to come talk to my people, if y'all don't mind. Can I just hit this button and see what happens real fast? Let me just hit this button. Wait, hold on, time out. That's coming through my speaker. I need that coming through the headphones. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, Pete, right? Because that's just kind of like the vibe that I'm in right now. Like, that's just the mood that I'm in right now, right? That I feel like going live immediately, that I feel like going live early because I don't like to do it normally, but I felt some kind of way. So when I feel a certain kind of way, I just want the means to express myself, and I just want to put this platform out for y'all to say something if you need to say something, and for me to respond to it. Whether I end up yelling or not, I just would like to hear from y'all as well. Now, I got a long list, not even long, but just a good little list, right? Let me go to OBS so I can see what my camera's looking like. Just a cool little list of some things that I've been writing down, right? Just to kind of, keep myself in tune with the ideas that's going on, with the vibes that's going around, stuff that's making me sick currently, right? Let's just get started, and then the phone line's open right now. If y'all want to call into the show, the number's on the screen. It's right there. And it's in the description, so y'all can, touch in and just kind of be in line for when I start that off. But what I'm asking, though, the first question I want to ask is, why aren't we holding Dak Prescott's agent accountable? See, when they had these talks, right, and I can't expect everybody to be up on game on this, right, because I'd be wanting to call people idiots. I'd be wanting to call folk out about their little knowledges or whatever, but I don't want to do that. I would rather be gracious with my conversation, right? So why are we talking about Dak like he's the one at the table? He's not at the table. The agent is at the table. So when we say Dak said this and that, when the hotline bling from Bleacher Report and they be like, Dak ain't talked to Jerry since March, facts. That's how it goes. Dak hasn't talked to Jerry since March because Dak pays somebody to talk to Jerry and Steven. So when they go through these quarrels and these conversations and all these social media posts, why don't we say anything about Dak Prescott's representation? Why is it always Dak is this? Why is it always Dak is being selfish? Dak is getting his money and paying his agent to do what he expects him to do. I'll never call a player selfish. When Zeke wasn't Cowboy trying to get his money, he wasn't selfish. To me, he wasn't selfish. You either gonna get paid or we gonna roll with Tony. That's it. D-Law wasn't selfish. He was getting his money. Zach Martin, when he sat out for a couple of days, he was getting his money. They all got paid, but they weren't selfish for doing that. Y'all work jobs. If you get $20 an hour at the job, right? And they be like, all right, it's cool. So look, you could get $21 at the hour job. You could get 26 though. What you gonna say? No, I'm just going to roll with my 21 because I don't want to be selfish to the company. No, you're going to try to get everything you can. And Dak's agent, just like Rocky Arsenault did with Zeke, the agent is there to get every dollar that they can. Right? So when you see all this hardball being played on both sides, and shouts out to the Joneses for playing hardball, because if they didn't, we'll be signing pass rushes for absurd deals. We'll be signing just any player for absurd. When you see these other lit players get paid, when you see like what's an example? What's an example? Like when you see San Francisco pay Quan Alexander, right? They make him the highest paid linebacker in the league. Then a year later, they trying to restructure him or try to get that dollar amount down or try to get him cut. Why? Because they folded. They fold. I have an appreciation to us not folding, because if we fold as an organization, not even we, but them, the Joneses and them, if they fold as an organization, we giving up first round picks, multiple, and Michael Gallup and a third to go get Jamal Adams. When in real life, I would like to keep my third, my receiver, and my other receiver, my CeeDee Lamb. I would love to keep those, right? But if they fold, we don't have those things. So when Dak Prescott's agent come to the table and he say, I want 40. Wasn't that the preliminary conversation, right? I'm Dak Prescott's agent. I want 40. I think it's just in my mind, and I could be wrong. But in my mind, I feel good that we got a front office that got enough hardball in them to be like, yo, fam, we can't do 40. We can't do 40, but we can do this though. I like hard negotiations, because if y'all want to build this team and turn it into something special like we kind of been doing, you need to have those hardball tactics. You need to have them. You need to have him, right? Let me go to my list. Hold up, time out. So, yeah. So why aren't we holding the agent accountable? Why aren't we saying his name? Why aren't we talking shit about them? I don't know. That is what that is. Another thing I've been seeing online that I kind of been sick of is the idea that the Cowboys don't want Dak Prescott at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we don't want Dak Prescott. Oh, the Cowboys is racist. The Cowboys don't want to sign their quarterback. They don't want him at all. That shit's stupid because they offered Dak Prescott 4 years for $36 million. They offered him that. But the agent that we should be kind of pissed off about more so than Dak, the agent was the one that wants to gamble and bet around a little bit. The agent is the one that kind of wants to shoot his shot and see what's going to happen next year. And to be fair, I don't mind shooting your shot to see what's going to happen next year because I keep my same energy. If I think Dak's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if I think Dak can bring us to a Super Bowl, if I think Dak's going to be the MVP of the league, then fine. Then we'll just pay him 31 now. We'll win a Super Bowl and pay him 40 next year. Who cares? Who cares? In my mind, I'm not irate. We just got Dak Prescott for 31 years. Well, Voch, if the Cowboys wanted Dak so bad, why'd they franchise tag him? Because they probably foreseen something like this happening, which is another reason why you should give your front office a little bit more damn credit with your ungrateful asses. They foresaw this struggle between them and the agent. So they franchise tag Dak, not because they don't have faith in him. They franchise tag Dak because in my mind they go, yeah, man, this boy, the agent playing a little bit of hardball, man. I don't think we're going to be able to agree on this number. Let's franchise tag Dak so that we know for sure we get him this year. Can you imagine if your front office wasn't competent and didn't franchise tag Dak? Then what'll happen? Oh, man, we'll just have no Dak Prescott right now. This little time will be dwindling down and we'll just not have a Dak Prescott right now. Or if we didn't franchise Dak Prescott, we would be in a situation where, damn, we ain't even got a franchise tender to fall back on. This ain't even a regular franchise tag. This is a super exclusive tag. I don't even want your draft picks. This is a super exclusive tag, right? If this thing didn't exist, now we're in a more victim situation where, damn, dog, we kind of got to pay Dak Prescott $45 million. And y'all would be more pissed if we gave him 45 this year. Where my damn button at? Hold on. That's how I feel. Y'all, look, I can't find my damn, because this camera in the way. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me sip my water because y'all know we got water. What y'all water tastes like today? You know what I'm saying? Give me 30 seconds. Listen, who cares? Who cares? Dak Prescott signed a franchise tag. We got him for $31 million. He's on the team right now. Cool. That's all I care about anyway. Because at the end of the day, you may not yes, it's a deadline technically. But how many contracts we see get signed in training camp, or then there's the preseason contracts, then there's a regular season contract. This so-called window where Dak can't sign a contract, that shit gonna be for 3 weeks. Then the window's gonna open right back up and we're gonna get right back on the contract, right? The only difference is when it gets paid. That's what the whole difference with the whole deadline thing is. If I'm a rookie and I got a 5-year deal and I'm on the 3rd year of my deal, then before the 15th, if I get a deal, I got to play out 2 years and then I get paid. All this means I'm getting paid after the 15th. That just means fine. I just got to get paid whatever my 4th deal is. Now my next deal is going to be 5 and on, right? So the whole notion of, Dak Prescott won't get signed right now is false, because we can be in the middle of training camp, just like Zach Martin was. We could be in the middle of training camp and we'll be like, hey, let's pay Dak Prescott some monies now. Let's go ahead and do what we got to do. But the only thing that makes that possible is the fact that we have Dak Prescott signed under the franchise tag. The franchise tag gives us the entire year to retain our quarterback. Dak ain't going nowhere. He's here. It gives us the entire year to have him and still negotiate to get the monies. So this whole notion that the Cowboys don't want Dak Prescott, they offered him 4 years, 36. They offered him 30. Why are we mad at Stephen Jones for trying to preserve our salary cap, but then making or attempting to make Dak Prescott one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league? Why are we hating on them for that? Why are we not hating on the agent? I don't understand. And to be fair, I know I'm speaking with a lot of conviction. I may or may not be right, but this is how I feel. This is how I feel, B. Let me hit the button one more time for how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Plus, if he wins the Super Bowl, y'all won't care about none of the shit. Trust me, like Dak could win the Super Bowl tomorrow. You won't give a damn about none of this withholding, none of this posturing, none of this jousting. You wouldn't care nothing about it because, hey man, we kind of got what we want. And if Dak wins the Super Bowl and we got to pay him $40 next year, hey man, that dude won a Super Bowl, dog. Get him, do what we got to do. Do what we got to do. I tell you what, y'all want to sign Clowney so bad? Y'all want to sign Clowney so bad? I bet it's a lot easier to sign him with Dak on tag than Dak on whatever big contract number is. I bet. I don't hate Dak Prescott at all, but on the same token, I don't hate the Joneses at all because they both kind of got sides in this whole gamble thing. Now, can I be mad personally as a Cowboy fan that the agent is playing this ignorant-ass game of chicken? 100% I can be mad at that. I can 100% be mad at that. But of course, the agent gets his percentage. So of course, with the higher Dak Prescott number, the agent number gets a little bit higher. I saw this my hotline blamed a little bit ago, man. Dak's brother came out and he talking about he mad. Cause what did he say? What did he say? Dak's brother calls out Dallas. Who knows how much longer I'd be cheering for them? Agree after not agreeing to the extension. Shut your face, dog. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Mind your business. Wait a minute, bro. What we huh? Yeah, like what I hate the fact Bleacher Report posting this mess. Oh, Dak Prescott mad at the Cowboys. Dak Prescott brother mad at the Cowboys. Who care what Ja Rule think? Who give a damn what Ja Rule think about Dak Prescott contract, dog? Get out of here. Anyway, look, Dak's on the team, bro. Dak's on the team for a salary cap number. So this is kind of what we get to do, right? And I know a lot of people never negotiated a thing in their life, so they wouldn't understand, give a little, take a little. I understand that, right? But my notion is that both sides, they kind of get a little bit of what they want. Both sides didn't get completely what they want. The Cowboys kind of wanted a 4-year deal with this amount of money. Dak Prescott and them wanted a bigger amount of deal. And I'd imagine what happened is the Cowboys probably said, hey, man, look, you want this amount. You got to win us a Super Bowl. And I think that's fair. If you want this big, stupid amount that your agent probably asking for, you had to win us a Super Bowl. So one or two things are going to happen. Dak's either going to not win a Super Bowl and we cross that road when we get there, or Dak win that bitch and get all the monies he wants. I want somebody in the chat box to ask me, Voch, which would you rather? Voch, would you rather Dak win the Super Bowl and we give him $45 million, or would you rather Dak lose the Super Bowl so we can get a cheaper quarterback and we move on with our life? Somebody ask me so I can give you an answer. Somebody just ask me. Just ask me so I can let you know how I feel. Let me just. If we win the Super Bowl, who the fuck cares? Son. If we win the Super Bowl, who cares? Give him what he want. He can have all the money he want then. He can have all the monies he want if he wins. If that's what he want, cool. But as of now, we get this quarterback that's ranked high in all these metrics, and we got him for 31. That's the deal. Kirk Cousins got franchised twice. Now, at some point, he had to move on to get his full guaranteed contract. Am I saying that's what's going to happen with Dak? I don't know, possibly, but hey, man, you got to do what you got to do. I respect the Joneses for standing in there. I respect them boys for standing in there. That was this other one, right? Hold on. That was this other one. Wait a minute. It was like the Cowboys don't pay their top guys, right? I heard that comment all over the place over in Law's live stream. Shouts out to Law Nation, man. Go over there, check him out. And sign to him. There were some people in his comments saying there was this dude named Paulie over there, man. I beg people to call in. Look, listen, man. If you disagree with Voch, fine. If you call Voch stupid, call in. If you call Voch stupid, call in, because we got something to talk about. And I'm gonna get to these super chats in a second. Please just give me a second to get these thoughts out, because I just feel like cussing. I don't want to get demonetized for real. There was these people that was like, this looks bad for the Cowboys because they don't sign their top players, or this looks bad for the Cowboys because, like, what free agent is gonna want to come to the Cowboys when they see that the Cowboys don't pay their top players? I think that's a crock of BS too. I think the contrary. I think the Cowboys don't sign their top players because we put all our money in assigning our top players. Hold on, B. Wait a minute, son. I find it interesting that Dak doesn't get paid. Flips into the narrative. Cowboys do not sign their top players. All of a sudden, we forget Leal, Jalen, Zeke, D-Law, Zach Martin, Amari Cooper all get paid. Coop got paid a week ago. All get paid. All these people get paid. Now, all of a sudden, the Cowboys don't pay their top players. We just got so many players to play, players to pay. We got so many guys we got to pay. We can't pay. Oh, if I'm a free agent, I seen how the Cowboys did Byron Jones, I would never come to Dallas. What about what the fuck we did to Cooper? What about then? What about how good we treated Cooper and them? What about it? Then again, wait a minute, time out. We want to talk about the Cowboys and the front office being incompetent and we looking bad and we don't make good deals. I tell you what, Leal Collins signed for like $14 million last year. Meanwhile, Laramie Tunsil getting paid in Houston like $22 million. And we got Leal for 14, right? Other top linebackers in the league, what they get paid? Like 17 or so? 16, 17? Jalen Smith signed for a cool little 12 and an eyeglass deal. Excuse me. Zeke gets paid early, right? One of the better players on our offense. Zeke gets paid early. He's probably going to average out this year like what, 13 mil or so. Then Christian McCaffrey signed for like 16 or something. What are we doing? What are we doing? EB said no, they didn't. That's BS. EB, you can do your Googles, bro. Type it in. Google's your friend, bruh. I don't know if you listen to Jay-Z or not. EB says no, they didn't. That's BS. Type it in. Google's your friend, bruh. We got some smooth ass deals on this team because our front office, they got that hole up in them. They got that hole up in them. You know what I'm saying? Dak gonna get his money, bro. It's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen when it happens. The most important part is that he's playing quarterback for us this year, right? I think that was the biggest fight. That was the biggest discussion is, can we get Dak this year? If we can get Dak this year, then we got all year to discuss and debate about it. We got all year to negotiate and talk, right? We got Dak this year. Who cares? And if he get $40 million next year, then cool. If he the MVP and he win the Super Bowl and he get 40, I don't care. Get him what get. D Live know D Live listen to hip hop. D Live for real. Type it in. Google's your friend, bruh. Come on now. If the Joneses cave, you be talking shit. Okay, yeah, cool. If they cave, yeah, look. People talk. First of all, I got two comments on that, and then I'm gonna get into the super chats. Then we're gonna get into the phones. People was like, why we didn't pay Dak 2 years ago? Why didn't we just give Dak his big money 2 years ago and get this over with? Because Dak 2 years ago wasn't the guy he is today. Like Dak 2 years ago was like the 19th best quarterback in the league. Dak today is like the second. That's different. The deal was between 33 and 35 million with 110 guaranteed. Sure. The agent didn't want it. The agent thought he can get more. That's the game of chicken they play. Yeah. So I, I'd have been pissed off if we'd have gave Dak Prescott $33 million as the 19th best quarterback last year. That would have been absurd. That would have pissed you off. You know what I'm saying? But you talking about caving or whatever, right? Or just me talking about, like if the Joneses would have caved, y'all would have been even more pissed off. If the Joneses would have gave Dak Prescott $40 million, bro, if they just complied, if the Joneses just complied with everything that Dak agent, we do not negotiate with terrorists, is what he said. Stephen Jones does not negotiate with terrorists, sir. Yeah, come on, son. Anyway, that's just me getting that off, bro. I'm good for a rap lyric every now and then. Don't play with me, dog. Let's see. Let's minimize you. We got some callers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 callers. That should be fun. Let's see. What we gonna do? Let's go to this and viewer activity. Let's see what y'all been talking about. Adrian Lindsay dropped a dub in the super chat. Jared Goff goofy. Yeah, sure. Jared Goff was definitely signed for a goofy little contract early. It's the agent. Everyone knows that. See, and that's my problem though. Brandon 702. Thanks for the super chat. He dropped 5 in there. Everybody don't know it's the agent. Everybody's saying Dak. People saying Dak is selfish. Dak been playing for $32. Dak been making $32 a year for 4 years. Hadn't said a peep. You know something else I admire about Dak too? And I bet Dak went through the agent to get this done, right? Dak could have easily said, I'm holding out this year. I despise the notion that people call Dak selfish, bro. I despise the idea that people calling Dak selfish, bro. Dak ain't going to Cowboys saying I'm not coming to practice. Dak ain't saying, oh, I'll miss the entire year for this money. Dak practicing with his guys. Away from coaches, Dak is taking and he's throwing with his guys, practicing with his guys. He say, look, we have a training camp. I'll be there. I'll be a part of all the team meetings. I'll be this, I'll be that. And that's the one part where I'm pro Dak in this situation. I'm pro Dak in a lot of situations, right? But I'm pro a lot of people on different sides. In this particular situation, I love Dak for that. And I want Dak to get his money just for that because he's not selfish. But I hate these goofy-ass Cowboy fans that say that he is. Dak could easily say, I'm not throwing a pass till I get $38 million a year. He could say that. Anyway, but yeah, it's the agent. Everyone knows that you have to enter the bank of Steven before you can get to the vault of Jerry. Ha! Wait a minute, time out. What a quote. Hold on. What a quote. Brandon say, you know you got to go through the bank of Steven to get to the vault of Jerry. That's fire, bro. Great comment there. Shouts out to Brandon. Kenny Anderson dropped 5 and says, Voch speaking nothing but the truth. Appreciate you. Dallas fan, 1997. Hey, Voch, first of all, if Dallas doesn't want Dak, who we going to take? I think Dallas wants Dak, but that's another conversation too. People like, oh, forget it. We'll just go get somebody else. First of all, if you want to try to win a Super Bowl with like Brian Hoyer, then by all means go root for somebody else. Also, people saying like, I don't listen. We draft well, but quarterbacks is where draft gets weird. You know what I'm saying? Because we lucked up and got Dak Prescott. Like we wanted Paxton Lynch and kind of Cook. But can you imagine saying, fine, I'm gonna let go of Dak Prescott. I'm gonna get 2 first-round picks. And I'm just gonna take my chances with the quarterbacks in this draft. What if this draft got like Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen, and Sam Darnold? Like then what, right? Like Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be one of the better prospects. Sure, Trey Lance is up there. You know, my man's Justin Fields from Ohio State is up there. Sure, those guys are in this discussion, but. You trying to get rid of a MVP caliber player, a player that's 1, 2, and 5 in all quarterback stats for a rookie that may or may not pan out? Hey man, I shot dice in the bathroom before, but that don't mean I still do it. You know what I mean? Let's see. Jalen Smith, 7 years, 69.9 million. Team has an out after 2021. Great deal. And meanwhile, CJ Mosley getting 17 million. Great job there, Brandon. And Brandon dropped another one. Brandon 7. Is this Twitter Brandon? I think. I don't know. Brandon 702, identify yourself because there's Nashville Brandon, then there's Twitter Brandon, there's Frankly Football Brandon. Identify yourself so I can know who you are because you dropping fire. He says Leo Collins is 6 years for 58.9 million potential out at 2022. Lane Johnson's average per year is 18 million. Advantage Cowboys. Facts. We can't say that the front office been bad. The front office been signing our guys. They've been signing them. They just been signing them to good deals that we want to sign them to. They should be commended for that. Let's not be I'm Legend monsters here. Darian dropped 5 in Super Chat. Appreciate you. Dak is definitely gonna go to Kirk Cousins route. He'll play through 2 franchise tenders. I don't think that's the case, but it's interesting. This year and next year, go somewhere else and get what he wants. I think if Dak is as good as a quarterback as I think he is after that first franchise tag, They're gonna sign him again, bro. Well, I mean, they'll just sign him. But appreciate it, Darren. And Kenneth Anderson dropped a deuce in the super chat. He says the best CEO quarterback since Troy. Shouts out to Kenneth Anderson, man. All right, cool. So if you want to call into the show, the number's at the bottom of the screen. It's in the description. You can't miss it. Let's figure this out, man. Let's run this for the cardio. See what y'all talking about. We got let me make sure my levels sound good. Let me make sure my levels is right before we get our guys up here. You heard? Space Cowboy, what's happening?
Oh, nothing much, Voch. How are you doing today?
Everything, player. What you got for the show?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure many of us are kind of a bit irritated that nothing happened. You know, he didn't get his money. But I think ultimately, you know what? Cool. You know why? Because guess what? Dak's going to ball out.
Sure.
You know why? Because, look, you're basically, if you look at it this way, right? Dak signing that franchise tag was basically him saying, hey, listen, I'm committed to this team for 2020, no matter what happens. And you had a little bit of leeway to maybe get a deal in if things move. But things didn't move, right? So he has the tools to work with. And honestly, you know, we're going to see what happens in 2020 with, you know, Mike McCarthy, this whole new system, how things work out. And guess what? You mean to tell me that at worst the guy goes and ends up going to the playoffs, doing some special stuff, putting up good numbers and stuff like that, and he gets his money that way? Fine. That's cool, you know. And like you said, look, I think Dak's going to get his money either way.
Sure.
I don't see, you know, it's just the way I look at it is basically the Cowboys are like, okay, we want to give you this deal. We want to give you the 5-year deal. Your agent's telling us, oh, we want you guys want a 4-year deal. But we'll give you this franchise tag in case things don't work out, and things didn't work out. So, look, I think ultimately Dak Prescott, he's going to get his money some way, somehow, whether it be from our team or somewhere else. But I think, honestly, the Cowboys, I don't think they're that stupid to let the guy walk. I think that would be, like, setting yourself up for complete failure, right? Because for me, I think it's ridiculous how people can sit here and say, oh, I don't want Dak, or I think Dak's trash, yet people could still say, well, we can go win the Super Bowl this year. Like, you can't believe that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Sure.
Because it's like, you know, like, if Dak's an integral piece to the team because he plays the most important position on the field, and you think we can win the Super Bowl, and yet you still think we can go get a quarterback in next year's or the following year's draft to fill in and replace him and do the exact same thing, that's ludicrous to believe.
Sure.
Absolutely ludicrous. So I think, honestly, it's just the ball goes back in Dak's court again because now it's like, okay, you know, and him and his agent are like, okay, well, they're not going to give you the deal that we wanted now, but hey, you go do what you did last year and put up solid statistics, and you go win you some games, and they're going to cave for you. They probably will because, like you mentioned, when it comes to this whole drafting thing, when it comes to quarterbacks, Cowboys haven't had a really good eye for that. Now, you know, it just could be where they were and stuff like that. I don't know how they evaluated some of the other quarterbacks other than Dak and others, but, you know, we don't know that.
Sure.
But I think ultimately, if the Cowboys are smart, let him play out this, you know, franchise tag deal. Let him bet on himself again. But my only thing is don't get pissed off if he asks for $40-45 million, because especially if he gets you to an NFC Championship game or title, you know, Super Bowl. That's my only thing. You can't, like, at this point, you can't, like, there's no excuse for you to get pissed off if Dak asks for that kind of money, because you decided to wait and you decided, hey, you know what, we're going to just go with this. Because right now his average is, I think, at 38.5 because of Mahomes' deal or something like that. Like, that's the market average. So for me, it's like, okay, you look at it this way. You're paying him $31 million this year. That's his first year. The second year, if you want to franchise tag him, which you probably won't have enough cap space initially to do it because of COVID, you'll be paying him $38 million. And so for me, I think ultimately you pay him, you let him do this, but you really have to make a decision. Because, like, hypothetically, because I was talking about this earlier today, let's just say, like, things don't work out. Maybe Dak just doesn't look good under the new scheme, and maybe just think, my whole thing is then fine. If you want to go, if McCarthy thinks, oh, I want a new guy, okay, that's
fire Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy can go. If you can't get it done with Dak Prescott, you can go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, but yeah.
Cardo, peep this out, though. Cardo, listen, peep this out. I just got a hotline bling from my Bleacher Report. It says the Dak deal almost got done. Prescott and the Cowboys were just too late on the deal, worth $33 to $35 million a year with $110 million guaranteed. Let me ask you this, bro. Like, what's stopping them from just pushing that deal in 2 weeks? Like, I understand that this is the deadline for the like league year for like last year, but what's stopping them from just adding another year to this contract that they got done and just running that back and just signing it in like August when everybody else signed their deals?
Well, because the fact is Dak Prescott signed his franchise tag, and because it's not like Dak's on on his previous deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because under the stipulations and guidelines of the CBA, if you're on a franchise tag, there's of course that deadline. Hence why today was extremely important, because afterwards you can't get a new deal until the franchise tag expires or is about to expire. That's what it says. So
we're getting educated over here. We're getting educated. Go ahead. Tell me more.
Well, we could sit here and be like, oh, well, why can't they do the deal in the middle of the season? They can't do that until the only way they can do that is if the deal is pretty much set to start at the beginning of the following off season, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So right now he's on a 1-year deal on a franchise tag, and they can't finalize a deal for this specific calendar year under the physical year of the NFL. However, if they have a deal in place, they're like, hey, we were so close. This is the deal. Maybe we can, up the numbers here if things go about, and we'll get it to you next year. That's when that happens, right? Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, maybe we can give them the contract during the season. You can't really do that, unfortunately, if you're playing on a franchise tag. But if Dak Prescott was playing on an official 1-year deal that wasn't designated as a franchise tag, then yeah, you could do that. But you can't do that when the guy's playing under a franchise tag, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Appreciate you for your education, sir, or at least for that education. Somebody to chat, but like people chat about be bothering me and they think I be ducking. I don't be ducking. I just be doing a show. I'm busy. I'm doing a show. Anyway, what else you got, man? I know you got something else that's quality and top tier to talk about.
I know you have pretty much other callers, but I'll just finish off with this specific note, so I'm not taking the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole thing is that, yeah, Dak's going to end up asking for more money in the following offseason, most likely because of the nature of the quarterback market.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing that I was also speaking about on my end was that if we have to keep moving the goalpost to where it's like, oh, Dak needs to win a playoff game, he does that. Oh, now Dak has to reach an NFC Championship game. Okay. And then if Dak has to win a Super that's the part that kind of grinds my gears, if you know what I mean. It's like, if it means you have to do the ultimate goal that every other team is trying to do, and that's the last obstacle he has to clear to get top-tier money or whatever the case may be, then he's pretty much already won, and you pretty much justify paying him that money. Like, we're not here having a discussion yet on, Dak Prescott had one off year and, or one good year, and now he's looking like complete trash. We're not having that discussion, right? We're having a discussion on whether or not this guy you can win with, which has already been proven, and it's like, what I also don't like is when people are like, oh, the statistics say otherwise, or like, oh, well, I want Dak to throw 40 touchdowns a season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like, okay, you can do that, but if you don't win games, now you're going to sit here and be like, oh, well, we didn't make the playoffs. So, you can't be doing that. That doesn't make sense. For me, I don't give a damn even if he threw 5 touchdowns in the season. If we go 16-0, 19-0, win the damn Super Bowl, I don't care how you get it done.
Facts.
There are multiple ways to win a game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much it. Again, Dak Prescott, let him play on this franchise tag. Let's see how things go. And if he balls out, don't be, whining and crying if he gets $40 million.
Give him his money. Give his money if he do that. Plug your YouTube so you can know where to find all this top tier information, sir.
Yes, sir. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to subscribe up to me, Space Cowboy 17. I'll drop a link momentarily in the chat so you guys can get to my channel easily. Definitely got some good stuff over there to help you educate yourself and entertain yourself. So, Voch, I'll let you get to your other colors, man. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you, sir. Salute to you. That Space Cowboy, man. He know how to do it, man. He get on here and rack them subs up, boy. But that's some great content. We got Brandon from 702. Now, I got 5 Brandons that call my show. You're not Nashville Brandon, right?
No, I'm Vegas Brandon.
Okay, so listen, man. The chat bots be think I be BSing. So we got Vegas Brandon. Vegas Brandon, let me tell you something, fella. You have dropped some fantastic jewels and gems on us, sir. I just want to let you know that. But what you got for the show, man?
Man, Dak. I like him, but have we seen that I am legend moment from from outside of the division against a good team?
What do you mean?
Like one of those I am legends, like I refuse to lose.
He's done it a lot in his career. I mean, he trust me, man. I acknowledge more than anybody, and I'm a pro Dak Prescott guy. He had a weird little 2019 season, and that could be, we could put that on a lot of different things though. But I think he's done it before. He's beat winning teams before. I actually did a study. If I pull out my notepad versus winning teams. Okay, cool. So yeah. Dak can do it. Dak's clutch. Dak's done it before. It's just a lot of things that go into it.
That I'm gonna put the team on my back. Refuse to lose against a good team.
How often do we find ourselves in that situation in general?
A lot.
Like when?
Look how many games that we have. Over the last 4 years, look at how many games that we've had within 3 points.
Okay.
So, like me.
So watch this. So what I mean by that, right? Let me not be short. Let me give you an example. So you think like the playoffs, right? So when we against Green Bay, don't you think Dak put the team on his back to almost win that game, but the defense kind of let him down a little bit? Don't you think like that's an example of that?
It's close but no cigar.
It ain't Dak. It's not Dak's fault why we lost.
We lost because of the defense.
Sure, but Dak carried the team though.
But what I mean is one of those iconic moments. I mean, he's had them.
Okay.
He's had them, but they've always been against the division, and we know how our division is.
Okay.
I mean, like I am legend, I refuse to lose moment where he just takes over the game. And it's like, all right, where you have that feeling like, don't give Dak the ball with the last 2 minutes.
I'll take you to another playoff game. If you look at the Rams game, he was kind of carrying us at the end. We just couldn't. Okay, how about this? How about the playoff of the Seahawks game, right? How about Seahawks? How about when Dak kind of carried us against the Seahawks? And listen, I think the difference between the games you talking about and the games that I'm referring is like wins and losses, right? Like, everything on the line and we finally get that result that we want. I mean, yeah, sure, it's going to come down to results. And Dak would have a lot more of those games. Like you were saying, that refuse to lose game, that would have been that game if the defense didn't crap out against Aaron Rodgers. And I think that happened a couple times, actually. You know what I'm saying? Or the Vikings game, right? When Dak was beating the shot at the Vikings through the air. Then all of a sudden we run 3 times to the left. And we just kind of, you know what I'm saying? We like Dak has been in these situations to do it. And he's
been in a situation,
and he showed up.
No, but what I'm saying is,
okay,
he was in the situation.
Sure.
And just because, so they run the ball 3 times in a row, but I remember him audibling on 2 of those.
Let me see. I wonder if I can Google it. I wonder if I can look up Dak's Dak game winning drives, because I know it's a high number. Because I remember, because I'm a Cowboy fan. Okay.
But it's that one of those playoff teams.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
So it's like 2016. I know he went to Green Bay and won, and then over in the playoffs, he almost came back and won.
Right.
Or actually, Aaron Rodgers threw that damn ball to Jared Cook.
Yeah.
That's what did that one.
Okay. So
overall.
So listen, my response to you is, if we see Dak in that I am legend situation, you say, if we see Dak in that situation and we give the ball to the other team and they score, is that Dak's fault?
Right. No, that is not Dak's fault.
Oh, well, shit, Dak could have a lot more of them if the defense didn't give it up,
Right. I mean, but we've been saying that all the way back through, 2010? If the defense wasn't giving it up?
Sure. We should fix that damn defense.
Right. But we've had some I am legend moments in between there. I mean, because just think about it. We had 3 8-8 seasons between 2010 and 2013. Would we have won 8 games if it wasn't for Tony?
I reckon. I thought we was talking about Dak, but yeah, sure. I got you. Whatever you say.
I mean,
okay.
So we've seen the bad defense forever.
Right.
So just say how can I put this?
Mm-hmm.
How many games with Dak as quarterback, do you automatically forecast? Me, I just say 16-0 because that's my damn team.
Right.
But honestly looking, because you know how if you have a good coach, that's going to get you 2 games.
Okay.
If you have a franchise quarterback, that's going to get you how many?
All right now.
How many games is that? How many how many games can you like pre-wager that Dak's going to win?
Well, Dak is the second most winning quarterback in the league, though, sir. Behind Tom Brady. Like Dak he wins ball games. Like he ain't out here. Dak ain't never had a losing season. Like he's winning out here.
Understood. But like going back to like 17.
Okay, I got you. Time out, sir. I got you. Time out. Shouts out to Space Cowboy hitting me with the whoop the bams here. So we got we got Pittsburgh, we got Minnesota, we got Tampa Bay. These are from 2016. These are winning teams. We got let's see what other winning teams that we ran across. We got Philly in 2017. Okay. That's not a winning team. Mm-hmm. If you consider Philly a winning team in 2018, I don't, but if you do, whatever.
Right, just remove all the division games.
Okay, cool. Atlanta. So, yeah, out of the 14 I've named, okay, then there's postseason. So, out of the 15 teams I've named, 6 of them were winning teams. And I think that's about what the average is for any quarterback, because it's always going to be more losing teams than there are winning teams. Like, it's never like a whole bunch of winning teams. So, yeah, we got evidence that Dak out here smoking winning teams. Yeah, sure. Dak ain't perfect, but he's done it.
No, so, like, basically, I'm cool with paying Dak.
Yeah.
I just want to see an improvement over across the middle, reading the field,
Okay.
the middle of the field.
Right.
Cut back on the high and behind passes, because that's where the majority of his interceptions the last 2 years have been from. And I just need him to like just go out there and have an I am legend moment.
I feel you, Brandon from Vegas. I feel you, my guy. Hey, listen, I'm not following the best. I'm not following you the best, my sir. But I can't hate on what you're thinking, man. But you definitely have dropped some gems in my super chats, man, and I do appreciate you for that. But I got a lot of people on the call, man. I appreciate you, brother. Salute.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Brandon, look, Vegas. Brandon say, "Well, Voch, we need some game winning drives." I'm like, yeah, like Dak got 15 of them versus winning teams. Dak got like 8 plus like the ones at the defense, like it wasn't Dak's fault. But can you count on them though? I'm like, yeah. Oh man. Hey, listen, we got a lot of calls. We got 10 of them. So everybody that's on the line, just be aware that we got a bunch of calls on the line. So like, don't hold it up too long, unless your name is Uncle Charlie, because he can talk however long he want, because he's privileged. Uncle Charlie, what's happening?
What's up, nephew?
Holding it down for the Doski. Listen, Uncle Charlie, let me tell you something, man. When you go on these when you go on these other shows, man, don't let them call you Uncle. Don't let them call you Uncle Charlie, because you're not everybody uncle. You my uncle. You they cousin. You they brother-in-law or something like that. You know what I mean? You're not they uncle. You my uncle.
Yes, sir. Nephew, I try to stop him like I try to stop this high ass water bill. They keep coming, and I keep telling them. I keep telling them, they know the score, but I'm gonna tell you this, nephew.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. If it wasn't for you, I was in a bad place, young brother.
Okay.
You my nephew. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You know I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I started, and this is where I'm gonna end it.
Mm-hmm.
Right here and right now on your show.
Mm-hmm.
I love you, and I thank you. And this philosophy you've been doing, these little parts, these little shows you've been doing,
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching. I never knew about a 1 take or 3 take or what money is in a contract, but I learned that from you. So let me give my comment, because I know you got a lot of folks. Let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
Dak Prescott is a franchise quarterback.
Right.
I believe it. You believe it. His mama believed in it. His mama said you could be anything you want to be. He said, I want to be the Dallas Cowboy quarterback. But when you can't see anything, you can't see it. But if you got faith enough, you can be whatever you want to be. Let me tell you something. I want to believe that Jerry Jones believed in him. Jerry Jones believed in himself when he bought the Cowboys. He believed in himself when he got in the oil business.
Mm-hmm.
So people going to tell me that you don't believe in Dak Prescott? Dak Prescott is not riding around at night picking up lock lizards. He's sitting in the middle of the floor eating pinto beans and rat ankles.
Oh, wait, Unc, wait a minute, time out. Because everybody not going to know what, everybody in my chat box don't know what lot lizards are, Unc. Could you just elaborate to them what a lot lizard is?
Well, she real ugly and she a lady of the night. She walk the streets. And if you so happen to get caught by a rock lizard, you might not get home. And you know some rock lizards, they don't let you go. You just won't come back home. And you know that the FBI is not going to look for a rock lizard, huh? They're not going to look for them. So I'm going to say this real quick. I got a 3-pack of cold questions for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Dak Prescott is our franchise quarterback?
Yes, sir.
Do you think he's the face of this organization? And do you, and I just got to get this answer from you because it's making my butt cheeks tight. I need to know this. Do you think Dak Prescott, do you honestly believe that they believe in this young brother? I got to get that answer from your nephew.
I do, because the Cowboys offered him $4 million. 4 years, 35, 38 million, whatever the number is. Like, it's probably gonna be like 35 or so. But they've offered him a 4-year, $35 million contract. Like, they've offered him that. You know what I mean? So if if they didn't believe in him, they wouldn't have offered him that. I just think this is a mean game of hardball from his agent. Like they always say, oh, Dak hasn't talked to Jerry Jones since March. Well, Dak pays somebody to talk to Jerry Jones for his money, you know? So I think they believe in him and they want Dak to be here. They want Dak to be there. It's just that the numbers got to make sense. And if you look at the last few Cowboy contracts, they all make sense.
And you see, now, that right there, that answers my 3-pack cold Budweiser question.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is why you are who you are, Voch.
Damn.
This is who you are. And, man, salute to you. Salute to you because, man, I had the family. I got the grandbaby. I got everything I want. Mm-hmm. But I still didn't have a brother around me saying, hey, brother, I'm going to pull you up and bring you up, and I'm going to introduce you to something that will help you with your life. And you can talk sports. We can talk music. We can talk anything. And I thank you for that. So I got a closing for all these brothers and all my brothers, Cowboy brothers. Mm-hmm. Get your prostate checked, keep your mask on, and if the doctor stay in that office with you more than 10 minutes, he ain't checking you. He's digging for gold, and you need to question that. And I'm done with this test, and doc, you need to leave me alone now. I told you I can't get you left me in here like Prince with some booty shorts on, and I only get is my test and go. There's already people out here dying from this COVID, and you need to leave me alone. So get your prostate checked, wear your mask, and brother Voch, you know I love you, nephew. I always will. Love you, bro.
Uncle Charlie, ladies and gentlemen. Uncle Charlie. Listen, let me tell you something now. Man. I didn't go to college for like radio or like broadcasting or anything, you know what I mean? I didn't go to get no masters in how to run a show, you know what I mean? I don't have any radio experience, but let me tell you something, man. Some people got to skip the line, dog. Some people got to skip the line and go first, player. Yeah. Oh, damn. All right, so listen. We got Ed from Atlanta on up next, Joe Sandberg on deck, and TP from NC in the hole. All right? If y'all want to call into the show, the number's at the bottom of your screen. I want to hear your thoughts. Everybody, Uncle Charlie has super privilege. Sorry, but y'all don't. So I just need y'all to be aware that we got a whole bunch of other people on my line. Come in, get your point. I would love to hear what you got to say, though. Come in, get your point, and get on out. Ed from Atlanta, don't forget to get your prostate checked. If the doctor's in there longer than 10 minutes, he's digging for gold. What you got for the show, sir?
Golly, Voch, man. This
can't beat Uncle Charles, man. Can't beat Uncle Charles, bro. But go ahead, sir.
But man, people tripping. Like, I hate narratives, and I hate ESPN, and I hate Fox.
Sure.
Because that game winning drive shit got to be the dumbest shit I ever heard in my motherfucking life. Like, Voch.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan has more comebacks than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
And you have more comebacks on your team right now than Aaron Rodgers does. One guy, Andy Dalton, more comebacks, played 6 years. Aaron Rodgers played 6 years more, and he has more comebacks than him.
Damn.
If we're going based off comebacks, why don't you just put Andy in the fourth quarter and then problem solve? If we're just looking at it based off of comebacks, I mean, that's what you're going to do.
Right.
We're not idiots. We know that football is played. That there's only been one pass that I can even think of that Dak didn't make on that wheel route on the left hash.
Right.
That's one pass that I can think of that Dak didn't make. And same thing with the Falcons. We don't have a defense. newsflash, if you score with a minute 50 left to put your team up by 3, that's a comeback if your defense stops them.
Sure.
Unfortunately, your defense does not stop them.
It's not a comeback.
That's technically how the stat works out.
Sure.
So when you don't have a defense, it is then usually harder to complete the comeback.
Right. Fair enough. Makes sense.
So,
and, honestly or whatever, like, to be fair, like, if we watch Dak Prescott for real, and we do on this channel, so shouts out to everybody in my audience for real, like, I think Dak's been pretty good in the fourth quarter. I just think if you do really well in the first 3, you ain't got to come back in the fourth quarter sometimes, So, I mean, it's a balance when you like looking at that stat or whatever. I've never looked at that stat for the most part. I've never looked in the game, game winning drives that heavily. But it's just an up and down stat that you get that you kind of got to take with with the proper context,
Yeah, man, but I also do disagree with you about I wouldn't really get mad at the agent because the fact that people get emotional over the contract situation is just crazy to me because like you said, when you're negotiating, even if you're doing something as simple as buying a car, I know you have a lot of young people. I'm 24. Hopefully you went and negotiated your own car. I would hope.
Actually, I just got the title for my car, dog, so my shit paid for, so I own it. It don't own me. Adult Voch, come on now. But go ahead.
Hey, I can't lie, man. I want to sell mine and get me a truck, but that's beside the point. But
don't do it, dog. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Go ahead.
When you're negotiating a contract,
yes.
How the hell is Dak selfish for wanting what he believes he's valued at?
Sure.
Do you think Dak would ever be in the position in his life to negotiate for $40 million if he thought less of himself than other people?
Sure.
Like, what type of retarded ass logic is it? Is he greedy for wanting 40? What he believes he's worth? That totally makes no sense. And on the agent side, the fact that do you want the agent to let Dak go in there and get persuaded by Jerry Jones to take less? What probably happened is the agent sat Dak down, told him a number, don't talk to Jerry, just let me do it. He's going to try to sell you into taking less unless you want to take less. But also, to a point you said earlier, I think it's good that the agent plays ball like this. And I think it's good that Jerry plays ball like this.
Sure.
Or else you guys wouldn't have a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Your team would be horrible if you just paid everybody, except I'm a little confused on the Cowboy narratives because just a couple years ago I thought you guys paid everybody and that's why y'all sucked. But now you don't pay anybody. Like, that part confused me, so you might have to kind of fill me in on that. I'm not really sure where that is.
There's no filling in, like and coming from a Cowboy fan, like a lot of people in Cowboy fandom they don't operate from logic, so I don't recommend anybody dealing with them necessarily. I kind of do it because I am a content creator and I kind of fight for my right to party and all that. And I just want to be like a voice for the people that don't know what to say when they see stupid shit like that. So I just like to give people like thoughts and tidbits. So when they see these thoughts and comments out in the street that, they can have proper response for it or whatnot, you know what I mean? But for the most part, if you ain't like a content creator and if you just ain't really got the energy for it, I don't recommend you looking into Cowboy thoughts and opinions at all. Like, Cowboy Twitter is a terrible place. You ever seen I Am Legend? You ever seen I Am Legend and Will Smith walking around the street, but he look in one building that ain't got no lights and all the I Am Legend monsters huddled up in the dark? That's Cowboy Twitter, my guy. But listen, I got a gang of callers though. Ed from Atlanta. I appreciate it. Thanks for the call, sir.
Yes, sir. Take it easy now.
Yes, sir. 100%, Mr. Wolf. I was going to say something, bro. It had something. Was it my phone? It wasn't my phone. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. I don't know. It may have been somebody from my chat. I don't know. I'll look in a second and address my chat in a little bit. Into the phones, though, we got, let's see who we got. We got Joe Sandberg up next. TP from NC on deck. Then Big Dog in the hole. All right. Let's run it for the cardio. We got brother Joe Sandberg. What's happening?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. One second, boss.
Joe at the drive-through trying to get some grub, man. What you eating today, Joe?
No, sir.
Okay, have you seen them recently, or do you know, like,
No, sir.
just one person that lives there, or two people?
There are multiple that I do know.
That live in this house here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I haven't seen them recently.
Joe talking to the police. Joe snitching on somebody. What the hell going on?
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. You're good. Hey, Voch, how you doing?
Joe, don't be talking to the don't be talking to the police on my show, man. Don't be snitching on somebody on my show, man.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Sorry, I had no control of that.
No, sir. God damn, Joe.
Oh.
Joe. Damn, Joe. All right, what you got for the show, man? What's that?
Oh, first of all, I'm not mad at Dak at all. I'm not
He did it,
mad
sir.
at
He did it. He did it. I'm sorry, Joe. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh my. Okay, I'm not mad at Jerry. I'm not mad at Dak. You just have to realize that it's kind of like the DeMarcus Lawrence treatment, I guess, to a certain little point, just to prove that you can do it again. But he does it. He can make it to the win 1 or 2 playoff games.
Right.
He can ask for whatever he wants and just have the same type of production he had or a little better.
Right.
But I know you were talking about drafting quarterbacks.
Right.
I actually have a metric for you for that. The bust rate for round 1 quarterbacks, it's 37%, and it's actually climbing up, I believe.
Right.
So you need to tell me, first of all, if Jerry didn't believe in Dak, he wouldn't have offered that other contract.
Right.
It just so happens that he was a little late.
Right.
But I'm not mad because of one thing. First year of his contract is going to get a good bit of it's going to be team-friendly signing bonus. So you'll have more cap money later.
Right.
But I'm not in the business of trying to draft a quarterback unless I'm in top 5.
Right.
Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, 100%. You know, and you know, Dak is one of those guys, and if he's one of those guys that you deem worthy, then you just gonna, you know, throw the bread out anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because once you get one of those guys, don't let them go.
Right. 100%. Yo, Joe, let me ask you a question, man. So what's going on out there, man? Out on your side, what's going on out in the block over there? What's everything okay out there?
I think everything's going pretty good, but I'm just gonna walk away.
Oh, okay, yeah, you was okay. So you was walking down the street and the police was just parked outside the bando and they was just trying to see what was going on.
Yeah, I was just mind my own business and just asking a few questions.
Yeah, I feel you, Joe. 100%, my guy. 100%, my guy. Hey, man, look, I appreciate you, man. I got a lot of callers though, but I did agree with what you were saying though. As long as the quarterback is in that top tier metric of quarterback guys, anyway, you just kind of got to pay that dude what you got to pay him and just move on with your life though. I feel you on that, my guy. Appreciate it, Joe Sandberg.
No problem.
Yes, sir. Na. I'm trying to come home. We got TP up next, Big Dog on deck, and Nye in the hole. TP, what's cracking, bro?
Hey, what's up, Voch?
Everything, my guy. What you got for the show?
Hey, man, I'm kind of going back to one of your other questions. The other guys that was asking the question about Dak and his
right.
legend moment.
Right.
I just want to remind some of the Cowboys fans. Do you remember that damn interception throwing ass Tony Romo?
Ooh.
Which I like Tony, but his interception ass, we could be winning the damn game, and all of a freaking sudden he gonna throw a goddamn interception.
Ooh.
And come on now.
Yeah.
Dak is a top 5 quarterback.
I agree.
Top 5 quarterback.
I agree.
He's better than Romo. I'm just gonna put it out there. He's
Okay.
better than Romo.
All right.
Outside of but to me, Roger was the best. But you know, then you can say Aikman. He won 3. I give him his credit. He won 3. But Tony, Tony took a lot of risks. But Dak is a better player to me than Tony Romo.
Okay.
It's been many times, and I know you can attest to it. It's been plenty of times we watching a game. We winning, and all of a goddamn sudden,
Right.
Tony threw a goddamn interception.
Crazy.
And I'm like, what the hell?
Hell going on. Right, man. That's we be crazy, man. When we be, and look, you know what, the most notorious example of that, bro, you remember that year when Cowboys played Denver and Peyton Manning was the best quarterback ever. And Peyton and Tony was going back and forth all day, and it was like 50-something to 50-something on that last drive. Tony threw that thing to the other team. Boy, damn, I know, man.
Man. I was like, not again, Tony.
Right.
Not again, baby.
Right.
Not again.
Damn.
But like I said before, I don't know what's up with some of these Cowboy fans. What more do you want from Dak? I guess he still won a Super Bowl. It's gonna be something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, and I do believe Jerry believes in Dak.
Right.
You know, but the numbers got to add up. It's got to add up for more than just Dak. You know, it's got to be for the team. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And he wants to keep winning. They're gonna learn from that lesson, paying all these players all this money. Which I'm not saying that players are not deserving of what they ask for, because it's a brutal game.
Right.
But you also got to understand it's a business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not just one individual player. It's team.
Right.
So in order, and we trying to get back to prominence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We trying to get back to prominence. And just imagine how it'd be, you know, if we could get other players to surround that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we can get back to that. You know, they're winning like we used to, be on top. You know.
Right.
So and Shannon Sharp, all of a sudden they acting like now that they so cared about Dak and his money. Man, please, they ain't caring about Dak. Them sons they couldn't even stand Dak at first. He wouldn't even give him his props. You know what I'm saying? Call him a Dunkin' Dak
Right.
and all this other stuff. Now all of a sudden he's so concerned about how much money Dak's making and the disrespect that the Joneses are showing him. Yeah, right. He just want the Cowboys going cap hell, so he has something else to talk about.
Yep. That's exactly what it is, man. They just need something to talk about, and you know, Cowboy news. It's interesting because they, you know, everybody, like they'll contrive this fake discussion, like a fake argument, for the for the little media shows or whatever. And to be fair, like they need Cowboy news to talk ratings, so they're gonna talk about this all day tomorrow. Like Derrick Henry signed and got some money, and a bunch of people signed a little franchise tender, but they're gonna talk about Dak Prescott all day tomorrow because of Cowboy news. You already know how it go.
All day.
Yes, sir.
All day. Talk about how they're going to disrespect him and all this other stuff.
Right.
It's just crazy. It's crazy, man. But I'm not going to hold you up. But that was lingering on me. Dude was talking about he needed a legend moment. I'm like, man, damn, Dak came to the league and set this damn. Him and Zeke and set this song gun on fire.
It lingers on me too, my guy.
Yeah, they set it on. They set it on fire, even with a bad coach in Jason Garrett.
I feel you, TP. Hey, man, great call. Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's facts too, though. Hey, that's facts too, though. I can't wait to see, because you know what? Sometimes you gotta add by subtracting. You know what I mean? And if there's two impediments to this team, it was the kicker and the coach. Both them people are gone, and sorry, neighbor, I'm trying to come home. Also, I forgot to talk about this though, but like I'm supposed to be on some Rhombus table later on, because it's only one round table, honestly. You know what I mean? You know, and that's the one with me, brother Law, brother Foots, and Okoye Media. Here at Okoye, we are all Okoye. You know what I mean? Shouts out to my guys. So that's the round table I'd be a part of for real. But I'm gonna be a part of this NFC East meeting. There's this show over on Bad Dog Sports. He's a Giants YouTuber, and he'll take a content creator from each, team representation or whatnot, and they'll come together and they'll talk about the NFC East. It's an interesting idea, and I never thought I would sit at a table with people from the NFC East and just talk NFC East. It never really was my thing to do, but I realized I just based on the comments and the chat box and, just the movement in the community, man, I think I have a certain responsibility, bro. I got a certain responsibility to this community, bro, and the people called for it. You know, the people called for it, and I never in my life, decided that I would, do a show like that. But hey man, if the people call for it and they calling for Voch to come represent our squad, man, the least I can do is come in and represent my squad, man, represent my peoples, because y'all know how I feel about this Dallas Cowboy YouTube community. It means a lot to me. So if I got to sacrifice a little something to go on that show and talk my talk a little bit, then I'll be in that environment for y'all. You know what I mean? So, like Law been on there, Mark Holmes been on there. The Philly 500 cat. He's going to be on the show tonight, by the way. And I hope ain't no tomfoolery when I get there. I hope they talking facts, because if they ain't bringing no kind of facts and it's just emotions, bro, it's going to be some smoke in the city, you heard? It's going to be some smoke in the city, you heard? All right, listen, how long we been live? What's my numbers look like? Where we at? We at 115? I feel like I've been talking to y'all for years. Let's do this. Big Dog up next. Nye on deck. And we got Wallace from North Carolina in the hole. So let's run it for the cardio. Let's keep this thing going. Great show. Big Dog, what's happening, brother?
What's good, my dog? What's good?
Everything, player. Thanks for joining the Discord and all that. Anybody want to jump in the Discord, that link is in the description. Big Dog, what you got for the show, Doc?
Oh, you noticed me. It feels good to be noticed.
This my thing, man. This my little community. I notice everybody, dog. Come on, son. But go ahead. What you got?
Yeah. Feels good to be noticed. Feels good to be right.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause that Discord app, you got a lot of people in there. They got opinions. They pull up. I encourage anybody that wanna, if you're real fan, you want people that can pull up a chart and a graph on your ass real quick. Get on that Discord app. They'll correct you real quick. There's a couple of people in there they got some weird names. They got some weird pictures, but they good. But on that app is where I first said Dak Prescott's gonna sign a franchise tag and he's gonna play on the franchise tag.
Sure.
And the reason why he's gonna do that is because I don't think that Dallas is sold on Dak Prescott to the point Dak is sold on himself. And I like Dak, but I only like Dak personally up to about 35, 36 million. And I think that's what Dallas offered. But when I said that, everybody, mama, daddy, the Discord app, everybody thought I was crazy as hell. People said I was dumb. You crazy. Dallas is a good drafting team. We got good salary cap usage. We got good GMs. We would never do that. We're going to mess up our whole cap. And I said, Dallas is not an overpaying football team either. And they're not going to overpay Dak. And why do I feel that is? I was told by one of them Discord ass people that I need to come in and explain this because he thought I had a good point.
Discord ass people. Discord ass people's hilarious. Yeah. But go ahead.
He said, I made the argument. I said, Dak he's good. He can even say he's very good, but he's not great. He's not elite. And although Dak is good, about the last call I was talking about Tony Romo and comparing him and Dak. I think Romo was a better quarterback, but because just for Dak to be good, a lot of stuff has to happen just for Dak to be good.
Like what?
You know what I'm saying?
Like what?
We can start from the top. We can be here all day, but I actually listed it on the app, so let me try to remember.
Sure.
Okay, so let's say for Dak to be good, start with number one. Tyron Smith has to be good for Dak. It can't be unhealthy for Dak to be good. We have to have Amari Cooper playing and healthy, or Dak can't be good. If he's out, we don't have him, we don't win games. Zeke has to run for at least 80 yards, and I've been hating that stat, but if Zeke don't run for at least 80 yards, we ain't going to win that game either. Zeke can't hit nobody and get suspended, or we ain't going to win that game either. The defense has to play good enough to not score so many points because we don't want to get in shootouts because although we can compete in the shootout, we don't win them games either. The kicker has to be good, or we gonna lose some games. Play calling has to be good. We can't have Scott Linehan because his plays are too predictable. We fire him, get Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore's plays are good, but now it's Garrett's fault. We can't have him there either. He got to go. I mean, to be good, we got to have weapons. We got to have a good offensive line. If the left guard is hurt, Connor Williams is hurt. Now we got to struggle on that end too. We really have to have everything clicking just for Dak to be good. So I'm glad Dak signed the franchise tag because I agree with you, Voch. Now I think Dak is going to be MVP. Now he's going to be Super Bowl. Now he's going to show his worth. And if we have to overpay him next year, cool. Let's overpay him. If you force me to pay you, that means you did something good. So I'm cool with it. But at the present time, Dak is only worth $35 million because he's a good quarterback. But he's only a good quarterback if about 10 things go right for him. Would you agree?
I don't agree. And Big Dog, you my guy. and you know that if I don't agree, I'm gonna let you know that I don't agree. First of all, so we've seen Dak win ball games without Tyron Smith because Tyron Smith gets hurt. You know, I mean, he gets hurt often enough. You know what I mean? So we've seen him do it. Now, can Dak win games with Chaz Green at left tackle giving up 6 sacks? I would love for the PFF stat for, you know, quarterbacks that win games after being sacked 6 times by one guy. I mean, I would love to know that number. You talk about defense or whatever. We've talked about that in one of my videos. Quarterbacks don't win a whole bunch of games when their defense give up 30 or more points. Dak has been in those situations, you know, plenty of times. Also, Dak hasn't had a losing season yet, so let's talk about that. Also, so Dak was the second most winning quarterback before Cooper was on the team. And we've seen Dak win games with Bryce Butler and Terrence Williams and Alfred Morris running the football. You know what I'm saying? So where's this notion that Dak cannot get it done without without help on his team? And then again, what quarterback can get it done without help on their team? What quarterback has done it without help?
Right. Nobody. That's why I was cool with him. I didn't say he shouldn't get paid at all. I said 35 is fair. And with Dak, now I will say, he betting on himself, and I'm cool with that. But what we don't want to see, or he should never give anybody, is the opportunity to come in and see what they would look like with our offense. Because Dak has always been healthy, so we never had a situation where we had a guy had to come in, step in, and then play with the same amount of talent that Dak has. We've never had to see that. Dak don't want to let Andy Dalton play. I don't want to see Andy Dalton play because I was like, well, shit. Andy Dalton threw for about 4,000. He threw a couple touchdowns. Do we need to get back 36, 37 million next year?
Right.
Can we get
20? Right. So, but I've seen Andy Dalton. But I've seen Andy Dalton have like AJ Green and Joe Mixon and Tyler Boyd and a damn good defense, and I've never seen Andy Dalton be 1, 2, 3, and 5 in all important quarterback metrics. I just haven't seen it.
Really? Yeah, I think Dak should get paid. Should he get overpaid? No. I love him getting a franchise. Like I said, he's going to get a franchise tag because I don't think Dallas is completely 100% sold on him. Dallas probably feels like, damn, we put a good roster together, and Dak gets us close to the hump, but he don't always get us over the hump.
Let me ask you this. So why was Amari Cooper whack with Derek Carr, but he gets to Dallas and now he's top tier receiver again?
Oh, Dallas is because Dak Prescott and the whole Dallas Cowboys team is better than the Oakland Raiders team all day. Okay, cool. For sure. Dak Prescott is better than Derek Carr. Okay. I don't like Derek. I think I have a category on my little, I guess I'm starting a podcast because everybody always calling me, asking me questions, but I call Dak good, and I call Derek Carr pretend good. Yeah. Pretend quarterback. Where he seems like he's getting the job done, but he's really not. I call Kirk Cousins pretend good when he was with the Redskins, but that's what I call him. Dak is good enough to win us games, and so I like Dak. I think we can win championships with him. But why my whole argument of him getting paid today, he deserves to get paid. Yes, he deserves to get paid up to $35 million. And if anything, and if Dak is worth more than $35 million, bet on yourself. Take the franchise tag. I will overpay you. I promise. Next year, if you. I'm signing off on the overpayment. If you get us an MVP in the Super Bowl, I'll even go step that. But
I feel you, big dog. This was a great call, man. We agreed and disagreed and agreed at the same time on all the topics. So this was interesting. But I appreciate you, my guy. Thanks for the call. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey man, Dak gonna win the MVP next year, and I don't know how to prove it yet. It's just like it's something that I think is gonna happen in theory. I can't prove it, but I think Dak gonna win MVP next year. That's just how I feel. We got let me do this.
The conference has been locked.
We got Nye up next. Wallace on deck. Then we're going to get into some non-platinum people. We got 2 non-platinum calls. We're going to get y'all in. We're going to talk to the chat. Then we're going to wrap this thing up. I'm going to do a video to prepare for next week. And get ready to go do the little square table joint. The little square table joint with the NFC East cat. So that should be fun. Let's run for the cardio. Nye, what's happening, man?
What's up, Voch?
You somehow are taking credit for me going to go do the rhombus table over at Bad Dog, the Bad Dog Giants channel, right?
That was gonna be my. That's what I kind of called it. I'm taking credit for that completely.
Listen, man.
Because
I actually went over there. Let me tell you why you ain't no good, brother. Let me just tell you why you ain't no good. I go over there, right, and I just go over there to just kind of get my little notes together, just to kind of see what the ops gonna talk about or whatever. And y'all not sitting right up in the chat box. Y'all won't say that to Voch though. You get Voch up on here, then what? And I'm just in the back minding my own business, right? Chilling.
No, but look, I got the most confidence in you though. You hold it down for us.
I appreciate you, sir. I thank you, but this my big thing, right? I was chilling, so now me and 3 other people that I had no issues with, we got to go to war today because you want to be out of control. You see how this works? You see how this works? But look, don't get me wrong though, because I'm young and I live for smoke like this, and y'all better get me in now while I still got this youth on my side. And I'm gonna go over on the show and I'm gonna do my thing, but buddy. Not put me right in the fire.
I did say that in the comments on when I brought it up to you. I said, you're still young. You said you got the youth. Use it right you can right now. Use it for a Cowboys fan because we need it right now because they're talking too much. And I know you got the facts to go behind a lot of the stuff they say. So I wanted you to do it. And I was like, it was entertaining. And I know you just, something to do. You got something entertaining to do real quick, just something a little fun. And it's different.
We're going to do some work, man. We're going to do some work. I'm going to hold y'all down. But, I'm just going to be me, But, you know me.
Yeah, that's all I really wanted to come through. And also, I just wanted to bring up one point with the guy who called earlier and said Dak needs a I Am Legend comebacks in the games. I just want to bring up the fact that you don't need I Am Legend comebacks in games if you're blowing them out by 40.
Sure. Win them shits early.
I don't need all those. If you're blowing them out by 40, I don't need a I Am Legend comeback. Just keep blowing them out. Look, if we got the talent, to do it. But I don't want to hold you too long. I just want to bring my little 2 cents in and just say that, that was me in the comments. And I was trying to hook it up for you because, I was like, yeah, Rock got this. I know you do. So I just want you to make sure you got that water on you. Got the water on you getting ready. And get the nose ready. And I want you to pair them up for me today.
I'll be good to go, man. That's going to be at 9 Eastern over on Bad Dog Sports. So I'm going to go over there and, talk my little talk.
I'm going to be there.
All right, brother. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Let me tell you something, man. I really do appreciate, like I'm up here talking shit, of course, but I do appreciate, people having faith in me, and I appreciate having that level of, like confidence amongst my peoples, man. Confidence in my community, that means a lot to me. To where if, the Eagles characters on the show or whatever, or the Washington Football Wizards characters, the Giants, if they getting off on the Cowboys too much, man, and somebody in the chat, I could be minding my business. Somebody in the chat box say, y'all ain't gonna say that shit to Voch though. Nah, I'm gonna call my brother. If you grew up in the hoods, you know what I'm gonna call my brother, man. I'm gonna call my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I guess this was their version of y'all stay right here. I'm gonna call my brother. So I'm gonna walk down the street, see what's going on. It's gonna be 9 Eastern tonight. Excuse me. Every time I see the shows, they're trending in my recommended section. So I need to know how the YouTube algorithm is pulling that and throwing it at the front every time. But it's on Bad Dog Sports, and I'm sure y'all saw the other ones that had Mark and Law Nation on there. I'm sure y'all saw it, but I'm going on there tonight though. We're gonna get it in, All right, so listen, we got 3 callers, and we're going to get into the chat box, and we're going to wrap this thing up, you heard? Right now, we got Wallace from North Carolina because he's somebody put me outside. Because he's a privileged caller. Then we're going to get these two numbers I ain't never seen before, and we're going to get in the chat box and wrap this thing up. We got Brother Wallace from North Carolina. What's up, Wallace?
What's going on with you? How you doing?
Hold it down, my guy. What you got for the show?
I'm good, man. I tell you, man. Hey, some of these Cowboys fans, man. If you had a bad heart, you'd have been dead already. Look, man. Everybody act like it's just the easy thing to get to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of quarterbacks that's been paid and ain't been to a Super Bowl, close to being to a Super Bowl. It's cheaper to keep that. It's cheaper to keep them. If you go in the draft, you still got to go through a whole process of trying to rebuild and get them up to speed. You got to also remember Dak came in this thing 4th round, and the offense was not suited for him at all. And he got you to 40-24. Just last year, they gave him a little bit of help and change with Kellen Moore. But how many times did we hear throughout the years of a Dak-friendly offense that never showed up? That never happened.
Sure.
So that's number one thing. Majority of the games that we've played, that we've watched, is defense, man. I mean, if they didn't believe in that or we didn't believe in that, they would have built this team defensive first and just had them manage the game.
Right.
Then that's when it'd been the Dak and Dunk, like you got your Brad Johnsons and all of them that won Super Bowls. They had an elite defense. They filling up the offense because they believe in Dak and how he do it. And the defense ain't hitting on anything. And if you start from the 20-yard line, majority of your drives, you're not going to score the points that y'all asking for. Some of you y'all acting like the way y'all talking about Dak is like y'all asking Aaron Rodgers to run for 120 yards. That's what it sounds like. You know what I mean? Like,
talk to him.
It's outrageous, man. It's outrageous, man. I'm telling you, you got corners that don't even turn their head, and y'all talking about Dak got to win the game. Like, what do you mean? He already done his job. Got the highest ranked offense, all that, almost 5,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 11 interceptions for any other team. And people buying into that. Any other franchise, you buying into that, and then you will build on with the team you got. So I really believe that they really do believe in Dak. They just want to see what he can do under Mike McCarthy. I think this is really what it is, and then we're going to see how that go. But you guys are killing me about this Superman performance from Dak. He didn't gave it to you 1,000 times.
And then, most importantly, Brother Wallace, we don't need Mike McCarthy to be Bill Belichick. We just need him to be better than Jason Garrett. That's all we need, right?
Exactly.
That's all we need.
Which is very easy to do.
That's all we need, my guy. That's all you got for the show?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I get up out of there, man, so you can go and get the next calls, man.
Appreciate it, Brother Wallace. Great call, man. Great call.
All right, appreciate it.
Can't beat that with a stick, man. Can't beat that with a stick. We don't need. Listen, I can be the offense coordinator for this team, and we can. And I ain't just saying that because I'm like YouTube guy, but I'm saying that as ex-coach, keep it simple guy. Like, I promise you, let me run this offense, dog, and we'll be silly, you know. So listen, we got 2 calls that I don't have put down as platinum. They may have called before, but they're not platinum yet. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if they give us some good calls, and we'll see if we can make that change for them. We got 713 up next and 817 on deck. So let's just kind of see what they got. Then we're going to holler at the chat box, and we're going to move on with our life. All right, let's see. 713, what's up? Who this?
How you doing, Mr. Voch? My name is Hammond. First time calling into the show.
All right. What you got for the show?
I was looking at Dak, what we offered Dak and everything with the 33 to 35 mil.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that was a very good deal for him because I would pay him more than Goff and I would pay him more than Wentz because I truly believe he's better than both of them.
I think 35 would be higher than both of them. I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
33 would have been higher. So
okay.
Either one, I would have been happy with. The hold of the Dak, I think, is the number of years, and he wants 4 compared to Dallas wants to give him 5.
Right.
And I totally understand. Hey, get 4 years, become have your contract run out. You want to double dip? Hey, I'm all for you. Get some money. That's all we want, right?
Right.
So I believe that this new contract, whenever I know they said that they weren't able to get it done today, but at some point during the season, I believe that we will get him signed to that type of deal. Now, if he doesn't accept that deal, I don't truly understand what would be the holdup. Because, if you offer me 33, 35 mil a year for 4 years or 5 years, I'll take it, jump on it. You have a winning team. You have a team set up around you. The defense maybe needs a little bit more work, but the offense is set. I mean, I don't really know what else he can what else you need on offense besides maybe a left guard. I don't know. I don't really like Connor Williams, but
I mean, it's the agent, man.
I think the team is set up for it.
I mean, it's the agent. Dak ain't in there saying yes and no. It's his agent in there fighting for his right to party.
Yeah, I totally understand that too.
Yeah.
The agent needs his money too.
Yeah. But no worries though. The deal will get done. I mean, we just get more and more reports that the deal almost got done today. So if they can agree today, they'll agree later. But the most important part is that we get our quarterback for another year. So it is what it is. As long as he playing this year, we'll be good to go. But hey, man, appreciate it for the call. Salute.
Yes, sir, for me.
All right. And then we got I don't smoke crack, motherfucker. I sell it. We got one more call from 817, another non-platinum call. Let's see who this is calling us. Let's see what we got here. What's happening? Who this?
This is Diana.
How you doing, Diana? What you got for the show?
I've been watching you for a while, and I've tried to call several times, and it gets blocked, and I miss it. But I definitely wanted to wait and speak because I think you're a very patient man to hear so much crap from people that do not read and apparently do not understand stats or anything else.
Yeah.
I was listening today how people were stating that Dak need everything around them, which is totally a fallacy. They have no stats to prove that.
Right.
I don't go by anybody's opinion. I only go by numbers because numbers do not change. They are stationary. They are standard.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how everyone is graded.
Right.
And so anytime I may reply online, it's because I know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And when someone say, well, he can't do this without Zeke, that's a fallacy because his QBR is always better when Zeke is not there. Why is that? People can't understand that. Why is that? It's because of the way that the game is called.
Right.
If Zeke is there, Zeke is going to get the ball.
Right.
People can't think. It's totally illogical. If you ask someone, people will easily say quickly as far as Wentz is concerned, well, he was going to be the MVP in 2017. Well, let me ask you a question.
Right.
How many times have Dak been a MVP contender and no one out of 4 years have talked about it? Does anyone know?
I would say
Each and every year. Did anybody know that?
Yeah, let them know.
Each and every year. And when you read the articles, they let you know point blank he was better than Wentz.
Right.
But do people ever talk about that? No, they do not.
No, ma'am.
And I bet no one has ever seen that. And this is what they say. I was reading it again last night, so just in case I could get in to talk to you today, I wanted to make sure that I knew what I was talking about.
We take notes on my show. My callers take notes on my show. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
Let them know.
And I'm one of the ones that take your videos and I put them elsewhere because one of the things I like is that you are very transparent about what you do.
Right.
And I always say that to other people. You want to know, I don't care if he likes the Cowboys. If someone is transparent and they show you how they come up with their numbers, then that's what you want. And if NFL is a liar, then they are. And I tell them that too. They can't prove what they say.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can prove what I say.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I make sure what I say before I say it. And so for these individuals that stating that they prefer that Dak be on a 1 year show me, that is totally idiotic. 4 years, any owner, any coach, any fool that can't figure out whether or not someone is good enough in 4 years, they do not need to own or coach a team. They just don't. And I love that too. I just wish I had that sound. Because that's the problem here. You hear someone repeat something for 50 times, on ESPN or, the NFL network, and then you repeat it and you don't have a clue what you're talking about because you don't have the facts behind it. And it's just totally idiotic. I can't stand listening to ignorant people. And I just have to say, you have the patience like Job, because I was listening to that previous individual. I saw your face. He made no sense whatsoever. And then he starts talking about all the reasons to try to back up why Dak was not elite. Well, if you would go back and you would read those articles on the times that he was considered an MVP on every single year, what is the word that you see next to Dak Prescott's name? Elite. But that's not what you hear on TV, and that's not what these people regurgitate when they call in to talk to you. And so but it's the truth. It's the truth. And you know, one of the things that I say on Twitter is that you need to listen to some of the local people that do take the time to figure out what is correct before they speak, and I put your name out there. And because I do know that, just like when they were talking about the fact that Dak and the boys cannot beat
winning teams
that had a winning record.
Right.
What did you do? You pulled out the information on those individuals that they always use to try to discredit Dak. And this is another thing. From 2016 up until today, they never tried to just measure Dak against his peers. They always had to go to the top dog. But you know why? Because they need the top dog to try to beat him. That's why. Otherwise, it's just the way it is. That's the way it is.
Say it again.
These people need to get off the pot. If you don't know what you're talking about, you should be ashamed to even talk on the phone. Because right now, if we want to listen to lies, we got politicians for that. But you need to know what you're talking about, and you need to have stats. Other than that, you're just an idiot. Because anybody can talk and have opinions. And I just appreciate you, Voch, and I appreciate you allowing me to come on and talk.
Let me just make sure I got this correct. Is it Diane or Diana?
Diana.
We gonna make you super platinum, okay? We gonna put a little bit of privilege next to your name. You gonna graduate twice. You understand? You gonna pass all of your online classes at one time, because if you're gonna bring fire like this every time you call in, then you can go to the top of the list every time. You understand? You understand?
Every time. Yes, and I appreciate that too, because one thing that I do is I read and I check and I check. So whenever I say something, nobody can come back and say, well, you're incorrect. That's not going to happen.
Thank you so much.
Anyway.
Thank you for fighting this
Thank
good
you.
fight. Just thank you for educating everybody. You just hold it down now. You just one more time for you. One more time for you.
I love that. I wish I had it.
Oh man, thank you.
Thanks, Voch.
Great call. Great call. Let me
right.
tell y'all something, man. Let me just tell y'all something, man. The last two calls is perfect examples of how and how not to go platinum around here. You know what I'm saying? When I be like 1, 2, 3, who is? And you be like, yeah, what's up, Voch? Yeah, I wanted to call. And I be like, yep. We're like, yep. I feel you, bro. Yep. I appreciate it. And I hang the phone up, right? But then when I call in, when I hit the button, and I be like, 456, who this? And they be like, well, this is Diane from such and such. This is Diana from such and such. And I can't believe these I Am Legend Monsters Voch out here. I tell people about your show all the time. These hoes got you all the way messed up. Did you know that you can't? Why don't they compare? If Dak Prescott was so terrible, why don't they compare him to Baker Mayfield? They always compare Dak Prescott to the top dog. They compare him to Tom Brady. By the end of that conversation, I'd be like, okay. Boy, you listen, I try to figure out who you are on my phone, and you say, you know what, Voch, I looked at your video and I looked at the numbers and this and that checked out. You know that this and this and this. I go, you know what? Facts. Whew. Amen. Amen. That's how you go platinum around here. That's how you go platinum around here. That's how you do it. That's how you go platinum around here. That's how you get privilege around here. Anyway, that was a fantastic call. That was done the right way. Hope y'all taking notes out here. This why this community's so fire, man. This thing of ours. And I know when I say it, it sounds very grandiose, braggadocious when I be like, hey man, this ain't the Colin Cowherd show, man. This ain't ESPN radio. This something different. You know what I mean? When people call into my show, they say, yo, Voch, I took some notes. Voch, I wrote down some numbers. Voch, we got some facts here. Voch, I'm attacking this narrative, this and this and this and this. And that's what we gonna do at the show over on the other joint tonight. You can't emotion your way into a W with me. I need some numbers. I need some facts, player. But anyway, this is what we're gonna do. All right. We're going to open this up for the chat box because everybody may not be able to get on the telephones. Okay. You know, you may be at work. You may be babysitting and your house may be too loud. You may be flying some plane at NASA. You know, you may have talked up your anytime minutes anytime, so you may not have a chance to call into the show. But now is your opportunity as I look in the chat box for you to ask me whatever it is you want to ask me. All right? What y'all got, chat box? What y'all got? What y'all got now? Let me just play that one more time. Just play that one more time. One time for the one time. One time for the one time. Yep. Let me just hit this button one more time. All right. We've had a fantastic show today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what y'all got. Derrick Henry has better passing stats in the playoffs than Wentz. Damn. Ms. Scouting Pro says, Voch, you play too much. Indubitably. 100%. Voch, she did not say these hoes. You ain't hear her say these hoes got Dak Prescott messed up for... You didn't hear her say that? She ain't say that? I don't know. Maybe it was the accent or something. I don't know. But I think I heard her say these hoes on ESPN be hating on Dak Prescott, and I put all my friends upon Voch. I don't know. That's just what it sounded like. She said, I don't know. I could be bugging. Wentz was on his way to an MVP before he got hurt. Y'all being biased? Well, we're not being biased, David. We If I say Dak's a better quarterback than Wentz today, then I don't want to talk about Wentz MVP season. I want to talk about where Dak is at today versus where Wentz is at today. That's where that's where we at. I don't think it's being biased. I think it's fair to say that Wentz is the more naturally talented quarterback because he was better out the gate. But when Dak improved, I think it became more and more clear that Dak was better. And then the more they play, Dak just keep leaving his ass. So that's just that. I actually got those numbers pulled up for the discussion later, but we'll see. Let's see. Arguing with some fans feels like arguing with flat earthers. That's just the internet, Playboy. That's just the internet. Let's see. Dak is getting $40 million next season, no question. If you win the bowl, he do. And an MVP and all that good stuff. Throwing some carne asada on the grill. Just for Dak. Salute. Why is your show so dope, Voch? Because it's a community, T-Rod. It's a community. It's more so of a it's not just a show. We're all talking together. We all talking to each other. Did you see Gnome 10? Did I see Gnome 10? Jeez. You get the fist, the open hand, the deuce, rock, paper, scissors. Nah, rock soft. I can take rock, paper with scissors. So I can take rock, paper with scissors. Plus, I'm an A-Verb fan. Voch, who would you like to get to upgrade at safety? To be fair, if we ain't drafting somebody, then I ain't trying. I don't like giving up draft picks for my, for players or whatnot. So I don't know. Why do you feel like besides being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, Dak is hated so much? He's the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys player. You answered your own question. We have potential to go to the Super Bowl. We got potential to win that month. Let me hit that button on. We got to win that month. Yo, Voch, I was a 713 number. I wanted to ask you, what did you think was the problem with Leighton Vander Esch? Was the injury or something else? Well, Vander Esch did get hurt, but his agent and some other people came out on the podcast and said it was just like a freak accident type of deal. So Vander Esch will be fine. Let me go to my super chats, man, because I know I got some because my show be too lit. Let me go back. Dak is Kirk Cousins the best. Okay, cool. Adrian Lindsay dropped a deuce in the super chat. Says we smoked our division with a bad coaching staff. Facts. I think Dak only lost to the Eagles twice. Dak only lost to the Giants twice. That was his freshman campaign, and he only lost to the Washington Football Wizards once. So that's that. Kenny Anderson dropped the deuce and says we salute you from PG County. Shouts out to the DMV. Salute. I'll be out there sometimes. And Javon Brooks dropped the dub in the super chat. Says Diana spit facts. Boom, doom, 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 doom. No. Anyway, what else? Wentz can be a top 5 quarterback with minimal support. Dak needs all the support he can get. That's cute, player. That's cute. Do we mention Belichick when we talk about Tom Brady being great? I don't know, dog. Whatever you say, player. But then again, if people like Wentz, I don't hate this. And this is the difference between me and I don't hate people for liking Wentz. You can like Wentz. Don't call me crazy for liking Dak though, or liking Dak more than Wentz. That's all. The OG GOAT. How can our defense from last year be good with Mr. Trubisky and Jeff Driscoll killed him? I'm actually dropping a soliloquy for next week, so y'all stay tuned to that. Voch, how you feel about our linebacker core? I'm actually dropping another soliloquy next week talking about that, so stay tuned. Because I'm kind of going on vacation for a little bit, so I got like content just ready to upload and go. So yeah, y'all definitely stay tuned for that. How many franchise quarterbacks has Dallas had as first rounders? I think the only first round quarterback Dallas had was Troy. I think he was the only first round quarterback that we had, or at least since Troy, something like that. I was born in '92, so pardon me. What is Doski, Woski, and Peasky Whiskey? Southern slang. Washington. But look, it's like Washington football was like, because there's like New York football giants. Like when people share a team, they got to put the Yamin on there. So Washington football Wizards. And there's Miss Diana. She dropped a dime in the super chat. Thanks for letting me speak today, Vi. Salute. Thank you for blessing my show with all of your facts and all that hot fire, you know. Let me hit the button one more time because. Do you have fears about the offensive line this upcoming season? No. Think we'll be fine. I love the Dirty Birds watching Cowboy YouTube. Oh yeah, come on now. I just all from all walks of earth. They all congregate here to watch my show, man. So you know how it go. Let's see. Chunky Fire. Yes, so it was Southern slang for a long time, but it was used in Chunky Fire, 100%. Outcast Chunky Fire. That was on Stankonia. ATL. Oski, Woski, Peasky, Whiskey. What you wanna do, Ski? Nathaniel. Get Jack like Daniel. I forgot what album it was, but yeah, Outkast did use it, but you know, it's a Southern slang thing, so 100%. 100%. Southern smoke, you bastards. Why Clowney over Griffin? People, let's see. Clowney played opposite of Watt and Merciless and still couldn't get double-digit sacks. You know, that's a fair point, Vegas Brandon. But you know, when we like go sign guys or whatever, like they ain't got to be Aaron Donald. Like, I just want to upgrade somebody. I'm just to a point where, you know, I ain't got to get the best whatever when I go get a guy, as long as we upgrade somewhere. Like with the whole Alden Smith thing, right? People was like, well, Voch, why are you excited about Alden Smith? You think he's the guy that can get you 19 sacks? Like, he ain't got to be that guy. He just got to be better than the weakest guy on the roster last year. So if Alden Smith is better than Joe Jackson, we get better somewhere. That's my logic. Then he says, we already know you bringing nothing but the facts and straight smoke to the rhombus table. They not ready. Facts. That'll be at 9 Eastern on Bad Dog Sports. I think y'all know of it. Y'all have seen that show before, so y'all seen that show. So you know you'll see it. You'll see it. Who would you start at right in? Whoever the best at camp, dog. And that's an interesting question because like you can't ask me that in good conscience because I don't know what Alden gonna look like. We don't know what Tyrone's gonna look like. We don't know what Dorn's gonna look like, you know. So we're gonna see. That's another thing too, Randy. Like I don't know. I don't know what we need to do about Randy, but we need to figure that. Hey man, y'all see Uncle Charles in the chat box? How he be talking to y'all? Like he talk like he writing letters. You ever seen an old person write letters? They be like, yeah, I was just calling to check up on you, Unc. or I was just writing this letter to check up on you and moms. We good out here. Send money, Unc. Like he be in the chat box like, yo, Voch, you killing it. Appreciate your nephew, Unc. Oh man, Uncle Charlie is a staple. And he's going to be a celebrity in this YouTube world. You understand? Adrian Lindsay dropped another deuce in the super chat. He says, Ken is still facing felony charges for protesting. I ain't get all the facts or whatever, but I just know he got arrested for going to a protest. I don't know what the hell happened. Shouts out to Lord Nova. He dropped Trey in the super chat. He says, Voch, you the man. I just want to hold it down and be great for y'all, man. That's all I want. That's it, man. That's all I want. Some, not all of you guys, just like the Cowboys and not football altogether. Bias. Man, look, man, David be fighting somebody every time, man. David be fighting people every time we in the chat box. We're gonna do this for a little bit more. How long I'm at? Where I'm at right now? I got 7 more minutes in me. Pardon me. We're at the 54 mark, so I got 6 more minutes in me. Hey, chat box, can I ask y'all a question though? Can I ask y'all a question for real? How fire is my new weight music, bro? Like how fire is this? Look at Lil Voch. Look at Lil Voch nodding his head. Look at that rain. Look at Houston in the background. Look at that 63. Look at 63 Lombardi jersey. Look at this setup. Like that's really my mouse and keyboard. Look at that football. I need that microphone though. But look at this. My shit cold, man. That's my keyboard. That's really my keyboard, man. I was excited. I just knocked my whole shit over. We straight. We cool. Anyway, what else y'all got, chat box? We talking for 5 more minutes. I just want to see what y'all talking about. Send money. Got the letter etiquette. Yeah. It doesn't matter if he wins a bowl or the MVP. Franchise tag is $38 million, essentially $40 million. His agent is not going to take less than that. I feel you. Let's see. Hey, y'all got something? We got 4 minutes and some change before we get up out of here. Y'all got something else? He dropped us. I dropped shit at y'all. Wentz is the most underrated. Don't be break. I'm not breaking that, man. Everything costs too much money over here. It costs too much money over here. I ain't dropping nothing. That could be the intro to most of these YouTubes. That's fine. Hey man, if y'all ain't got nothing else to say, man. We ain't got nothing. Final prediction on contract. I don't know. I'm trying to give y'all 3 more minutes in case you talked up your anytime minutes. Anytime. Would you move a Awuzie to safety? No, we need corners. If Diggs shows out this season, I'm just gonna put him at another cornerback spot. We need corners. Voch, how does CD's success going to affect Cooper and Gallup? I don't think it is. And you know what? To be fair, let me say this because I was doing my research, right? I'm not gonna say that. That may give my guns away because I don't know how many people in this chat box are listening. But this is my logic when it comes to Sedarian Lamb and Blake Jarwin, right? Jason Witten and Randall Cobb are gone. And both those guys had like 80-something targets, respectively. There's no way you can think that CeeDee Lamb and Blake Jarwin get 80-something targets and not do more with it. You know? I feel like Jason Witten had 500 yards with no yak. Jason Witten caught the ball and either fell down or he stayed up and ran backwards. Blake Jarwin's going to out-yard Witten off yak alone. You know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to CD and like Cooper and Gallup, and I don't think he affects them neither because if you just give him Cobb's catches, he'll be fine. Plus, I don't think CD drops as many passes as Randall Cobb did. Plus, I don't think CD missed time because of injury like Randall Cobb did. So, I expect CD Lamb to be a 1,000-yard receiver. You know, and I think there's plenty more offense to go around because. Like, bro, like Dak threw 4,900 yards with 41 drops, bro. With 41 drops, he still almost threw for 5,000 yards and almost broke Tony Romo record. So let's just be realistic, right? Because 41 drops ain't going to turn to 0 drops. We still going to have drops. But let's just say a realistic number like 25 drops, right? That's an additional 25 catches. Come on, son. Witten's yak was falling forward. Facts. Yeah, we upgrading the channel, man. Shouts out to my Patreon people. Shouts out to everybody super chatting, all my PayPal people, all my Cash App people, everybody that's bought merch because as y'all can see, everything that y'all do, it goes back into this channel, right? It goes back into this channel. And, you know, we just kind of see the upgrades like coming to fruition, you know? So it's a very proud moment in this empire. And we still not done with the rollout. We still not done with the rollout, man. We got so much more stuff to do. So y'all just hang tight, bro. We got 60 more seconds. I'm going to check in with y'all, then we're going to get up out of here, man. I went and worked out. I'm tired. I'm ready to drink my lemon water and do these videos and get ready for this goofy little thrashing. This goofy little thrashing later on. My man's 9 drop 5 in the super chat. He says, if Wentz was so good, why did the Eagles win a Super Bowl without him? And win a playoff the next year without him. The following year, okay, and win a playoff game without him the following year. He's not that valuable. I don't want to call Carson Wentz trash. I reserve trash for a very particular type of quarterback. What I will say is that Dak Prescott is better. So anyway, more drops that led to interceptions other than Baker Mayfield. Sure. Some of those drops, like bouncing off of hands, were responsible for some interceptions. So we gonna see. Hey, y'all, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all don't understand, bro. Y'all don't understand how much I appreciate y'all, man. This thing means a lot to me. It means the world to me. Salute to y'all for coming through, man. This was a cool little show. Got some cool little numbers, some cool little, like numbers and views or whatnot. Great callers. Uncle Charlie was fantastic. Don't dig for gold. Don't dig for gold. Drop some fire emojis in the chat box if you dig for gold. Joe Sandberg was talking to the police. Sorry, neighbor, I'm trying to come home. We had some great calls today. It was some pretty fun calls, man. Miss Diana came in and smoked y'all, turning platinum. She went privileged today. She went privileged in one call today, man. So I just, I let you know where we at, man. Fun times. But listen, like this video if you haven't, for the algorithm and all that. Turn on the notification bell so you know when I drop random live streams and film sets in the middle of the week just like this. I got film and soliloquies coming, so stay tuned. And I'm going to be on Bad Dog Sports, his YouTube channel, tonight at 9 Eastern. That'll be 8 Central. That's in a little bit. I'll be over there putting on for my team, man, putting on for my squad and representing for my online community. All right, wishing Philly 500 will say something crazy to me and not bring facts, okay? Y'all hold it down for the Doski Woski and the Peasky Whiskey, man. This has been great. Continue to drink water, okay? Stay hydrated and wear your goofy ass mask so we can get football on time so we can win this daggum Super Bowl. You heard me?